Hey everybody, we are back with more Dicing with Death. Where last we left off, Michelle and I were telling people that we're going to head out. Well, I was telling people that I'm going to head out and go to Cinteron, and I was going to take Michelle with me.
Indeed, and I have just appointed her Qualnir's henchman, which means that Neil, as a player, has control over her. He is still expected to roleplay her, and if she does anything that is against her character, specifically if he tries to get her to give him magical items or things that are just like whatchamacallit, I don't know, like metagaming, I can step in, but for the most part, he's basically a second character for Neil to control.
All right.
And you can only have. What's your charisma? What's your max henchman?
My max henchmen are 4.
So over the course of his adventuring career, Qualnir can only ever have 4 henchmen, ever. So if Michelle dies, it doesn't matter. She's permanently ticked off one of those 4 slots.
All right.
So take it away.
You say the music has kind of stopped? All the drumming has stopped?
The music stopped as soon as you began your conversation.
I look around and search for the holy man, and then pick up the albatross.
It's immediately there.
And say, this bird tried to speak to me before it was attacked by a gnoll. Can you help it?
He strokes his chin. Nods. I will need rest.
I nod.
And study. 8 hours max, and shrugs.
Okay. Well, we're gonna come back with, how much silver do you need? A lot?
Silver dust.
Silver dust. Can I get that in Cinteron? We're gonna go to Cinteron and see if we can get you some silver dust.
Miki here thought you would be our savior.
Miki.
Alas, he shakes his head. I said Mika, but Miki is better. We're gonna retcon Miki.
Miki? Okay.
He's stood up from his drum. All but naked in front of you. Covered head to toe in tattoos.
I look about. Can anyone turn silver into silver dust? I have some coins to get started. No?
Let's see. He puts his hands greedily out in front of you.
I, fish out the silver coins from my bag and drop them in his hands.
How many do you hand him?
17.
He picks them, looks them, chews on them. This will do.
Do you need more, or is this enough?
He shrugs.
What do you need the silver for?
Magics. But I am only one witch.
Let's see.
This will help. Thank you, sir. And he sort of bows in front of you.
When I come back with the silver, I expect the albatross to be healed. No albatross, no silver.
Very well.
Okay.
He's put tied the bag. Did you give him a bag or did you just hand him a fistful of silver?
I've just handed him the coins.
Okay, so he's holding the coins and the albatross is laying at his feet.
I look about for a bit and say, we need to get to Cinteron. Do we have men who are willing to take us there by boat? It's the fastest way to come back with silver.
The crowd sort of looks themselves up, or looks at you and amongst each other. Eventually, you're able to find a few that are willing to flee and take you to Cinteron. There's a bit of an argument. Some of the villagers say that it's traitorous to leave in a time of need such as this. Some people just want to get the fuck out. So you're able to assemble a crew, or a crew assembles itself, and you're able to get yourself aboard.
All right, we fucking get out of town, man.
The docks are all but abandoned. You're not sure if this boat was owned by anyone who's fleeing, but there's certainly no objection to them taking it. It seems like The villagers that are staying, at least a good majority of the villagers that are staying, are now dreadfully afraid of the river and want
Oh.
nothing to do with it. People seem to abandon their boats, abandon the homes nearest to the river.
Okay, hop in the dem boats and sail or row south.
Yes. So you're, yeah.
And as we sit down on the boats, I go through Michelle's bag and take out the skull and put it in my bag.
Um, sure, yeah. You have
Okay.
your skull back.
Cool. Mm, the what did we
Do you
call
think
this?
Michelle would continue wearing this feathered robe, switch back to her armor, or put on plain clothes?
I think she.
We're playing dress up Barbie.
Dude, I've played hours of dress up Barbie during the 120
Uh-huh.
hour stream.
Now it's time
I'm
to show off your skills.
all right. She's wearing a red feather robe. I'll tell you exactly what
Oh,
goes
yeah.
with her red feather robe.
Well, when you showed up, she was wearing absolutely nothing under her red feathered robe.
Oh wow,
I mean, 100% nothing,
awesome, good for her.
aside from her skull.
Right. She will re-put on her armor and the traveling equipment.
All right.
But she will take her red feather robe with her.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a valuable, potentially magical item.
Okay. Oh, feather robe is already on her character sheet. Look at that. Yeah, and then we head for the waterfall.
Indeed. Yeah, so the afternoon passes uneventfully. You reach the waterfall, the men lower it in the elevator down. Within an hour or so, you're heading back on the river.
Okay. I urge them forward with all speed, and if there's any way that I can help, if either of Michelle or I can help propel us downriver, I assist.
You're rather useless. Michelle encourages the men.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, sings a few uplifting songs, and provides comforting words here and there. So yeah, so her presence seems to improve the men's mood and all that.
All right.
You're basically just cargo. So the day passes uneventfully. Night is falling, and you are still not in Sinteron. You're somewhere maybe there on the river, about halfway between the falls and Sinteron. Do you make camp for the night?
No, I flat out order the people to go switch into shifts, so some people can rest, and so we can keep propelling ourselves down river. 2 people awake, pushing us down. I'll stay awake with the rowers the entire time. Are we rowing or are we pulling?
It's both. It has oars, but occasionally you'll get stuck in some reeds and you'll pull out poles.
Okay.
But mostly oars.
All right. So
there's not enough space for the men to really move when they're on rest, but you sort of rotate rowers.
Yeah.
And have people sleep in several-hour stretches.
Yeah. So an hour or 2 hours of rowing, then you switch and sleep while someone else picks up the job, and hopefully everyone can get enough rest that we can keep going through the night.
Yeah.
I let Michelle
slow down. Yeah, Michelle sleeps wrapped in her feather robe.
I stay awake through the night, and then when morning comes, I'll fall asleep and let Michelle take over directing the men until we get to Sinteron.
Yeah, just about morning. The sun is rising, and it illuminates the village.
The village?
The edge of your view. The city. I don't know what you call it. I mean, it's more of a sprawling collection of village than a city.
Okay.
It takes up a lot of area, but it's crudely built and lacks a lot of the amenities that you would expect in a city.
Okay. I have the men pull us somewhere.
By mid-morning, you dock, and it is business as usual.
All right. I have the men stay
business.
there at the ship, and then Michelle and I take off into the city.
Yep. You've sort of parked your ship in the middle of the city.
Cool.
All around you are little mini islands straddling the rivers here, with rope and wood bridges connecting them.
Okay. I'll.
In the larger, um, in the deeper waters, I guess there are ships moored, and all around are little row and pole boats.
Yeah, I want to head out to where the big ships are.
Mm-hmm.
If it's faster to have the men row us there, then we'll do that. But we make our way to the ships as fast as possible.
You landed where you landed. You have to walk the rest of the way.
Cool.
It only takes a few minutes. You make your way down to the waterfront, the far eastern end of the city, where the larger ships that travel on open ocean wait.
Okay. I kind of look around for a ship that looks like a. I guess they're all merchant ships at this point, but I want to find one that looks like a merchant ship. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything.
Roll a perception check.
15.
You see some big ships.
Sweet. After not being able to discern which is which, I just walk up to one of them, a ship that would have some crew members on the docks nearby.
Yeah, so it's not exact. The big ships can't pull up directly to the dock. They're sort of out,
right,
in the ocean, in the bay. You can sort of guess which docks correspond to which ships based on just proximity. And on the docks there are crews pulling in rowboats back and forth, and either loading or unloading cargo.
I look around and say, I'm looking for someone that has silver dust, or at the worst case, silver coins they'd be willing to trade for gold or platinum.
Do you approach someone in particular, or you
I just kind of say this loudly?
The general area.
Yeah.
Roll a charisma check.
12.
You get a few sideways glances, but no one immediately is like, I got silver dust.
Silver? No silver? No one has any silver coins, silver bullion, silver ore? No? No? Anyone?
This doesn't appear to be the place to be making a trade.
Okay. I keep walking, and after 2 minutes, I'll walk up to a human or a half-elf that I find and ask them to point me in the direction of the market or the bazaar or some trading area.
They tell you you're looking at it, basically, and sort of gesture a little bit away from the waterfront, but just sort of to the nearby huts.
You don't happen to know where I could find someone who's dealing in silver, do you?
Like silver bar?
Silver bar, silver dust, preferably. Silver coins, possibly.
I'm just a sailor man.
Alright, thanks. I walk into the huts, and I will go hut by hut. And Michelle and I will split up and just kind of scour the nearby huts that he generally pointed to. Each one asking for...
Yeah. Does Michelle have any trade good on her, or do you give her any trade good?
I instruct her to come find me if she finds something.
Okay. In your looking, you're eventually able to find people that will trade silver coin.
Perfect.
For whatever money you have. It's mostly pocket change, so you can find people that will break gold or buy small items for on the ballpark of dozens of silver.
I don't have any gold. I only have platinum. Can I find
fat gems?
Can I find someone to break a platinum into 10 gold for me?
Sure. Yeah. You can get, let's say, 7 gold and 30 silver for it.
Okay. Cool. And then I want to try, I give Michelle 4 of the silver. I'll take the remaining, or 4 gold. I'll take the remaining 3, and then we go hut to hut trying to split that up into silver pieces as well.
She tells you she has found a ship of silver ore that you could get for cheaper. She says the
Perfect.
coins you've gathered are enough for her,
Well,
but
let's put.
that she'd rather not waste good coin.
Yeah, well, it's better be safe than sorry as well. Let's go to the ship. Let's grab some silver ore. I got some gold we can trade for it. And we do that. We go to the ship that she found.
Yeah, sure. So it's actually a ship leaving the jungle that was trying to sell silver ore, or bring silver ore to silversmiths
Oh, interesting.
somewhere more civilized. But Michelle manages to convince them to sell her a little bit. And then she also manages to flirt a nearby craftsman. I guess you'd call him a blacksmith or something of the sort, but it's not like he's doing anything particularly high end. Convinces him to let her use the forge, and she beats and grinds down the silver ore into a powder. This whole ordeal takes about an hour.
How much does the silver ore
She-
cost?
Subtract 5 silver from your character, 5 silver coins.
Okay.
So she basically turns 5 silver coins into a significantly larger quantity of silver dust.
And that's how you make money, guys.
You can add that to her character sheet. Silver dust. And in case you were curious, that is a material component for protection from evil. A spell which Michelle learned in the day you spent beating apes.
How many pounds of silver dust?
Say 2 pounds.
Nice.
Make it 1 pound, just so it's not, yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm basically going to make that infinite material components.
Okay.
All you really need is you need to pinch a circle around the creature being protected.
Oh wow. So yeah, a pound of silver dust would be
Yeah.
a lot of pinches.
Yeah.
Cool. After this is done, is there anything else I need to do here? I look for. I ask about for someone who might have messenger pigeons that are heading to Solstice.
There's no such thing as messenger pigeons. You ask
Messenger
around a bit.
birds? No.
No. Messenger albatrosses? No one knows what you're talking about.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out here, maybe jungle witches can send messenger birds, but it's not something that
Yeah.
people have
Okay.
figured out.
I take a big sigh and look at Michelle and go, "Okay, are you sure that we want to head back and save this town of Yavis?" And at that point, I kind of need you to step in on this.
You promised, but I mean, we're clear. We're away. Honestly, I swear these jungles are haunted. Evil
Yeah,
spirits.
I don't
live in
doubt
this
you. I'm
land.
just wondering if that's something we want to get involved in. But you know what?
She shrugs. It's up to you whether you want to get involved in. Or GTFO.
We need that albatross. Is the issue? We got to go back for
Yeah,
it.
what's with you and that bird?
It started
She says
talking
as
to me.
she rubs her feather robe
It-
covetously.
It literally started speaking to me before one of the gnolls I hired to do my dirty work started trying to eat it.
You know, if this were 2 days ago, I would have thought you were crazy.
A lot of things can happen in a couple of days. All right, let's head back, and we make our way back to this ship with the guys. The boat. It's a boat, not a ship.
Okay, the boat is there. It's yours, but those guys are long gone.
They're gone. They just pieced
Yeah,
out.
they came with you here so that they could flee.
Oh,
I mean, they may be in Sinteron, but they abandoned the boat. They're done. They're done with Javis.
Shit.
Yeah, you left with the deserters.
I shake my head for a moment, look around for some people that look like they want some work, for some day laborers. Is there a Home Depot nearby?
Yeah, except out here, it's the gnolls that wait out front.
Yeah.
Roll a charisma check.
D20 plus 10. 28.
Yeah, you're able to procure a crew. Do you wish to use the same ship?
Yeah, I want to tell the crew that they can have the ship in exchange for taking us to Yavis and back.
How big of a crew do you want?
how many people did we have to row us down here?
You had about 7. It was
Okay.
there's,
I'd like.
there's 6 oars. One of them is usually manning a pole. You could go slower with a smaller. I mean, it's a pretty simple
I want to be able
winch.
to like work through the nights though, so I'll take 7 or 8 people.
That many men will not follow on a promise of the ship.
I'll
I mean,
toss in
isn't
some
that's
gold
enough
as
to
well.
entice a couple? But most of the, I mean, yeah,
I offer them gold as well. Then,
yeah, sure. So a gold ahead.
yeah, a gold ahead, and you
Say,
guys can
call
split the
it
boat.
5 gold, and 3 of them will take the ship and share it.
Done. Perfect
One of
deal.
them is thinking of badass captain names that he will assume once he is captain of the ship.
You know, I've always looked like a Captain Rogers to me. Should go with that.
Captain Rogers. Captain Rogers. No, it doesn't have enough beard in it. Captain Blackbeard, Captain Redbeard,
Captain Greybeard,
Captain Greybeard. No.
Waterbeard,
Captain Waterbeard. Yeah.
Seabeard, the mighty Seabeard. Huh?
Ooh, mighty Seabeard. So
Yeah.
this basically goes on for the entire journey. Are you leaving immediately? It is like about
Immediately.
noon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, I guess I will sleep for part of the ride because I didn't sleep last night. So Michelle will direct them towards the falls, etc., while Qualnir sleeps, and then we will push through the nights. We'll rest some people ahead of time so that people will be fresh through the night the whole time, and we will not stop until we get to Yavis.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good. Um, Anything you wish to do in Sinteron before you leave, or do you head on out?
Nope. Want to head on out?
Ooh. Man down.
Man down, man down.
Yeah, lost soldier. All right. So, sometime during that day, you were roused from your slumber by one of the crew,
Mm-hmm.
and he points to the river.
I look about. What is
Roll a
it?
perception check.
17. What is it?
You don't immediately notice anything. Within a few minutes, he's able to sort of whisperly describe this to you. So along the banks here, there are these thick, rooted trees, and their roots sort of extend and sprawl and spiderweb into the edge. You know, the last 10 feet or so of the water. He points out that there are lizard men swimming amongst the roots. At first, you didn't exactly see them, but he points it out. And okay, that's a set of eyes, little eye ridges poking above the water.
Are you
and
sure
a
they're not
tail
crocodiles?
streaming behind. It looks much like that. He tells you they're lizard men. You can choose to believe him or think they're crocodiles, but either way, there are maybe a half dozen of these creatures. So they are following your boat, pretty obviously. Like I said, it took you about a minute or so to even notice them.
I smile and kind of whisper from one guy and have them pass it on to the others. Duck your head and cover your eyes, everybody. Duck your head and cover your eyes. Duck your head and cover your eyes. And then I look at Michelle or Mika. No, we're calling her.
Is it Mickey?
Not Miki.
Miki.
Oops. Miki. We have Miki. I ask her to cast color spray, kind of in their general direction while we all hunker down.
She has to take a minute unbuttoning her splint mail.
Oh, that's right. She has to take her armor off.
Yeah. I'll allow her to cast a spell after a minute or so. Just basically, she detaches the straps on the top. Everything sort of gives a sigh.
Sags into place.
Sags into place. She no longer is granted AC bonuses for her armor, by the way.
That's fine.
You asked her to cast color spray?
Yeah, I say make sure to scare off these guys with your magic, if you can.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let me double check what that does. It's based on hit die of creatures, I think, the saving throw.
5 by 20 by 20 wedge.
So she can catch probably about 4 of them in a single casting of the spell.
From 1 to 6 creatures within the area of effect. All creatures above the level of spellcaster are those of 600.
They don't. So they don't even get saving throws. They're insta-stunned, right?
Yeah, unless they're
they're
6th level or 6 hit die, they don't even get a saving throw.
But only D6 are affected. 2 of them immediately fall unconscious as she spews a fan-shaped wedge of flashing colors from her fingertips.
No.
Roll initiative.
Well, shit, I was hoping that would scare them off. Qualnir gets a 7, and Miki is gonna speed 5. D10 plus 5. 11 for Miki, and 7 for Qualnir.
Yeah. So 2 of these creatures pull up alongside the ship and leap aboard.
This is not what I wanted.
Yeah, I should have thought of that before you had Miki pepper spray them.
Yeah, well, the pepper spray is supposed to drive them away, not enrage them.
You see a few have stopped to help their unconscious comrades. What's your AC?
My AC is 15.
One actually hits you with a whip from his tail. Oh, 6 damage.
Oh, shit!
Well, motherfucker. Miki is unarmored, but her lizard man flails uselessly and actually tumbles back into the water. And your turns come up. So there's 1 next to you aboard the ship, and several in the water. You can't exactly keep track of how many.
All right. My initiative is 7. My turn?
Yep, your attacks
All right, the guy next to me, melee attack against him, 16.
is a hit.
3 damage.
All right, regain 1 HP. Still standing. Second attack.
Okay, it lagged
Critical?
for a while. 22, yeah. I rolled a second time, so I thought it didn't come through.
he dies.
All right.
You can decide how you kill him with that critical, but it's not.
Oh, just a quick jab to the side of the neck with the dagger.
And he tumbles overboard.
This is not the battle music that This is not the battle music experience I was hoping for, Ryan.
I don't know if there are many good battle sounds on there.
Yeah, well, I haven't played with them yet.
Better.
I'm looking for them.
Yeah. What does Michelle do? I assume she makes an attack on her
Yeah,
turn?
she was going to make her
She's got a
hand
crossbow and yeah.
You make it look like she only has a missile adjust of +1. If she's
I
level
think
4,
I forgot
she
to level
should...
her up. Is she level 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't mean to. I meant to give her to you as a henchman at level 1, but you never quite convinced me. And then there was some experience split, and she got like just over 5k XP and leveled the fuck done. And I only I think I got pretty much everything marked.
Okay.
But it looks like I forgot to combine.
These adjusts under weapons are the sum of all adjustments, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
She doesn't have high dex though, does she?
No, she has no high dex. So she
so
rolls at +2 to hit for level. That's it. Crossbow, 16.
Is a hit.
Yeah, D3 damage.
They are medium, so is it D4?
No, it's D3 slash D2 for crossbows, for hand crossbows.
So she strikes home at one in the water. Is still swimming. Okay. The lizard men sort of retreat. You can still see them in the river, but none of them are approaching the ship. Roll initiative again.
Okay. Qualnir gets a 1, and Miki gets a 12.
Qualnir goes first.
You say they're retreating from the ship?
None of them are on the ship or assaulting it, but you
All right.
can still see a few submerged and swimming.
Qualnir holds his position and does nothing. Well, actually, he yells at the men to row! Row, you salty bastards! Row!
Okay, they row. The lizardmen appear faster, but they don't attack. They sort of trail you, but none of them make any aggressive moves. Does Michelle do anything?
If they are not making aggressive moves, she will stand down.
All right. So that'll be it. They follow you for a little ways and then disperse, but no more attacks.
Okay. Excellent. All right, well, we keep going then.
Okay. So you, by around twilight, you reach the falls.
Okay.
You have the men lift her up the elevator.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. You spend about an hour elevatoring your ship up the falls. Meet it at the top, and reboard and continue moving.
Okay.
Night is beginning to fall. Does this change anything, or
No.
forge ahead?
Forge
Do you
ahead.
set up rotation schedule?
I look at Miki and say, when did the mist come? I saw it during sunrise, but when in the night did it come?
I only saw it the one night. I don't know. It came while we were sleeping. Guru and I fled for the village as soon as, I don't know, he woke me and told me to leave.
I nod. Why did he want to keep you? Do you have any idea?
I know not. You would have to ask him. Perhaps he sensed something in me.
I think a lot of men sense something in you.
Boom.
Okay.
You've noticed that she also has a fresh tattoo on her left forearm, I believe.
I'll question her about these later. Now's not the time. Yeah, I just tell the people to row to Yavis as fast as possible. You know, taking into account people need to rest in shifts and whatnot.
Yeah. All right. So it is now night. The moon rises, and your men continue to row. Do we have cool background music going?
We got cool background music going on.
Alrighty.
I would love to give you guys Qualnir's character sheet, but it is all handwritten notes. It's not like there's no typed up computer version. So, yeah. Sorry, guys. Maybe another time.
Yeah. So sometime in the middle of the night, you spot maybe your visibility is kind of reduced. What's your infravision range?
I'm a half elf. I'm a full elf. I think it's 90 feet.
Or 100? Is it 90 or 120?
I'm not sure. It's at least 90. Let's put it that way. God. Races, elves. 90 feet or more. Nope, wait. Elven infravision enables them to see up to 60 feet in the dark.
All right.
It is half of what I thought.
Yeah, so about 60 feet in front of you, you notice fog hanging over the river.
But we're not at the city yet?
No, you are still on the river heading towards it. Sometime it's probably around midnight. and you just see a bank of fog, pretty much taking the entire river, covering your path.
I didn't pick what spells she had memorized.
Let's give her 1 round of color spray, 1 protection from evil.
Okay,
I
and
think
she already
only
cast her color
she has
spray.
3. No, she has 3 spell slots. So the third you can decide.
The third's
I
a
think
second
it can
level
be...
one, though.
What?
It's a
Yeah, but she can use. She doesn't have any second level spells known,
Okay.
so she can use it for first level.
Cool.
I think she has color spray,
And protection from evil.
protection
that's
from
all.
evil. I thought there was a third.
It's not on the character sheet if there is a third.
Uh,
Oh, chill touch.
yeah, chill touch. So up to you. What she
It'll
has
be 2 protections from evil and 1 color spray. I think that would be most in line with what her character would have memorized.
Yeah. Okay.
And she already used her 1 color spray.
Yep. So she has 2 protection from evils.
Yep.
All right. So do you direct the men at all? You've got seconds to decide how you.
I don't stop them. I let them go into the mist, and we pray this is not a Stephen
into the
King
mist.
novel.
All right.
Because I've
Okay,
seen what's
the
in
mist-
the mist.
The mists surround you. Visibility is greatly reduced, although, I mean, for you, consider it 60 feet, which it basically was before. An eerie calm hangs over the river here. The sound of life and, yeah, jungle critters has subsided.
Don't be afraid of the mist, men. Keep rowing. We need to get to Yavis.
They keep rowing, but they appear to be nervous.
Michelle loads her crossbow. Qualnir pulls out some darts.
Yeah.
Michelle keeps her armor off for casting purposes.
Yeah, it'll take her a few minutes. I can't remember. It'll take her probably at least a round.
It's
to
1
armor
round
back up.
per AC is the the standard rule, which can be adapted depending on like types of armor, but
Yeah.
the book says 1 round per point of AC.
Yep.
Okay. We we push our way through the mist.
Roll a perception check.
Oh god. 23.
Okay. To your flank. So, like, behind the ship where you're coming from, you see something splashing in the water. About 50 feet off, just moved into your range.
Just instant throw a dart as quickly and blindly as possible. I mean, not as blindly as possible, but
roll
you know.
initiative.
Qualnir goes at 5. Oops. Michelle goes at 10.
Okay, before you even have a chance to throw,
Mm-hmm.
how fast you can move half of your movement rate and attack?
Normally, except I have taken the missile or throw.
Not just you, but characters, period.
Characters in general can move
monsters as well.
half your movement and make an attack, or half your movement and make half your missile attacks.
Okay. So the creature goes first. So before you have a chance to like line up your shot, it's moving towards you at a reasonably brisk pace. It looks now that as it moves closer, it looks to be a person, sort of swimming, not particularly gracefully, but at a reasonable pace. As soon as it comes within 20 feet, your nostrils are filled with the stench of decay. And you notice that the back of the creature that you can see exposed as it swims is bloated, decaying flesh.
What is the
And
creature?
it's a horrific sight. Like I said, it looks like a human, but now, as it's swimming closer, you see that its flesh is rotting off of its bones. You have to roll a saving throw versus poison. Once it's about 20 feet away. In fact, everybody does.
That's a fail for me, and a pass for Michelle.
Okay. So you are nauseated. -1 to attack rolls, +1 to AC. So I guess -1 to AC.
Mm-hmm.
And that is it. The entire crew fails as well. I rolled them one batch saving throw.
Makes sense.
And yeah. So I'll say their rowing speed is slowed slightly. One or two actually pukes overboard.
Okay.
And then the creature reaches deck and begins pulling itself aboard. You see that it is actually a rather small creature. Looks to be the undead body of a young boy.
Oh my god.
He's got a tattered pair of pants, but he's bare from the waist up. And oh yeah,
Someone says it's Solomon.
A small boy.
Well, drowned guy in the river south of Javis.
All right. He may be a young boy, but he punches you in the gut like a man
Oh.
for 3 damage.
Motherfucker.
Like a very strong man, actually. You're a little bit shocked by that.
Super strength.
And whoever is next in the initiative order is next.
That would be Quolnir.
Actually, that wasn't a punch. That was a claw.
Claw scraping.
It just like it scraped the skin on your some exposed skin somewhere.
Okay.
Either your forearm. Let's say your forearm.
Sure. Quolnir goes and he takes Bloodletter and runs it into the opponent if possible. D20 plus 4. Do I get any high ground for being on the boat while they're in the water?
This one has pulled itself onto the ship.
Okay. That didn't provoke an attack of opportunity?
No.
Okay.
So no, I can include it in its movement.
Okay, cool. Make an attack for 14 to hit with a magic dagger.
14 to hit.
Yep.
Unless you can think of a bonus. No. And that's including your -1 penalty?
It is not including my -1 penalty.
Okay,
It's
so
a 13.
No. Nope.
Oof. Okay, D20 plus 1 for the second attack.
Yeah, its waterlogged
Nice.
skin is... I mean, I think you sort of land a slash, but it doesn't...
Yeah.
I mean, like a hunk of flesh is freed, but it doesn't appear to have any effect on the creature.
Yeah.
Roll... What is second attack?
Second attack
Yeah.
was a 9. Complete miss.
Miss. What is Michelle doing?
Michelle turns her crossbow at the guy. Oops. And shoots at 15.
15 is a hit.
2 damage from the crossbow.
I'm sorry, what was your roll to hit?
It was first a 13,
13, but including the -1?
including the -1.
I am so sorry. That is actually a hit.
Score.
So the flesh falling off actually did have an effect on the creature.
4 damage with that.
And this was a blood letter. You do
Yeah.
4 damage, and you do not gain any HP.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
You said 4 damage. Michelle does how much?
2.
All right. Still aboard the ship. The crew have slowed significantly. They're pretty ill. So are you.
Yeah.
Michelle's retreated to the bow of the ship and is pelting with crossbows.
She starts reloading her tiny canned crossbow.
She learned protection from evil for this express purpose. FYI, I mean, you can make her act as you choose to, if she thinks the crossbow is the most effective means, but protection from evil will
Yeah, will
provide protection against these creatures.
I guess she might
roll
be
initiative.
casting the spell on her own.
You can decide.
I
not
think
gonna rule
it's
for you, I was just
strategically
giving you a hint.
a poor choice to do that now.
Very well.
D10 for Quolnir, D10 plus 5 for Michelle, 7 and 10, respectively.
Creature goes first, missing you with childlike claws.
Right.
One of the crew shouts as they see Another pulling into view.
Make for the shore, men! Make for the shore!
All right. Your turn rolls up.
20.
Shells or whoever goes first.
Natural
20 to hit
16, yeah.
Is a hit.
D4 plus 2. 3 damage from Bloodletter.
All right. Strikes home. Still standing.
And a 12 from my other weapon. I'm sorry, an 11 from my other weapon. I'm forgetting my -1.
11 is a miss.
Okay.
Michelle.
Michelle shoots her crossbow for a 13.
13 is a hit.
For 3 damage.
Ugh. The creature is standing, but its guts are now like splayed out on the deck of the ship.
Ugh. Disgusting.
It's slowing down significantly. The crew pulls for shore. Roll initiative again.
The 10 plus 5, so a 3 and a 13.
The 3 goes at the same time as the zombies.
D20 plus 4 is a... Oh, it should be plus 3 is 19 to hit.
Nice. So the zombie lunges at you. You don't need to roll for damage. You slip your blade in as it closes and finish it.
Sweet.
Alright, you hear a gurgling scream from behind you as another zombie has just it's grabbed the railing of the ship, pulled itself up, and just takes a bite out of one of the sailors' throats.
It just nommed on a sailor?
Yeah, he was leaning over the edge to puke, and this creature just sort of pops out of the water and meets him with the kiss of death. And he's just like spewing blood hopelessly from his jugular.
Oh, God.
And just slumped over the wall of the ship. And the creature retreats back into the water.
Row, men, row! I shout.
Alright, Michelle's turn. You can roll a perception check for her if you wanted to try and discern signs of other zombies.
Yes.
There are none immediately visible. You've only confirmed one other, and it retreated back into the river.
Oops. No.
Or a perception check from you if you are higher.
No, my perception's a little bit better than hers. She rolls a 15 trying to find something to shoot at.
No targets in sight.
Okay. Row, men, row. Quietly and quickly.
Yeah, so you're able to make it to shore. Do you just, ground the boat and make for the jungle?
Yeah, I hop off and steady the boat to let everyone else get off, and then I...
Roll initiative.
9 for Qualnir, and 13 for Michelle.
Okay. So you make for the ship. You and Michelle go last as you are steadying the boat and helping everyone get off.
I asked the last 2 people to help us pull the boat on shore.
You don't know. The people are, what's Michelle's reaction adjust?
From Dex?
No, from Charisma. Or you can use your own if you'd like. There are advantages to having a bard in the party.
0.
0? I don't believe you. I thought she had 17 Charisma.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. 16.
Reaction adjust?
6. I'm really good at...
6.
I can read the numbers on the character sheet. Okay. Plus 6.
So they knock their morale check out of the park. They will do whatever you command. But 3 zombies have emerged from the river.
Okay.
These ones full-sized, not little child zombies. And one is climbing on the ship and assaulting you. The other 2 are going for the crew as they flee. The one after you lunges and misses. What did you instruct the crew to do?
I was trying to get the last 2 people to help us pull the boat on shore, but as the zombies come, I tell them, escape the mist, go deeper into the jungle, we're right behind you.
So one that you had told to help is just tackled by a zombie as you instruct him to leave, and he's dragged below the water. There's flailing, but judging on the amount of blood filling up the water, you're guessing he didn't fare too well. The other escaped successfully. And how many crew did you have total?
8.
8 to begin with. 2 have died.
Yeah.
So the 6 that survive have fled into the jungle.
We follow with them. There's one fighting me, right?
Yeah, there's one next to you. It's your initiative.
Fuck it, I'll take the attack of opportunity and just turn and flee with Michelle.
Yeah, he misses. Michelle was able to escape without getting an attack of opportunity. Roll initiative.
8 for me. Michelle is just running, so 11 for her. Actually, it should be 10 and 11. 9 and 11. 9 and 11.
Oh. Michelle has no AC. Ooh. So Michelle takes 2 damage.
She does not have a lot of life.
No, she doesn't. Squishy, squishy.
How did she roll so
and
poorly?
you are criticaled by the zombie on the ship.
How did she rolled an average of 2 on all of her d6s?
She had 1 at level 1. So when you first met her, she had 1 HP.
Oh man, poor Michelle.
Hence her. I think that's why she fell unconscious on the ship from just like a single.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was, like a shovel blow or something stupid, and she just like
passed out.
Yeah, so you are critical. Roll a saving throw versus death.
Shit. Pass.
You take 12 damage.
Holy!
Are you still standing?
I am still standing.
So as you are fleeing...
Who did this 12 to me?
Zombie.
A zombie that was in front of us?
No, behind you.
They caught up to me?
Sort of. They got the initiative this round.
But I used my entire turn last round to flee.
Yeah, you didn't make it far enough. I mean, the
fair
difficult
enough.
terrain of the... I mean, yeah, so you were splashing in the water. You didn't make it that far that round.
All right.
They're slow, but it closed and punched you in the dome. Michelle is out of sight. The crew is out of sight. You can hear them crashing through the jungle, but they have made it.
I spare a glance
you got a
over my
zombie
shoulder.
next to you.
Is it just the one next to me?
Yeah, I mean you're at the edge of the river. There's the one next to you. There, you see 2 others. They actually went for Michelle, but she escaped them and is now outrunning through the jungle.
Okay. I'm going to take a... Is the train in front of me pushed down enough from the people fleeing in front of me that I can move quickly through it, or would I still move slowly?
You're going to be slowed. I'll give you like 3/4 movement, say.
Okay. I continue running then.
You take an attack of opportunity?
I shouldn't have to if my back is already to him. I'm not exposing a... I'm not exposing
Sure, yeah, so this is like a
threatening
chase
square.
scene, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So you're both running at the same time.
Yeah.
You tripped on a vine or something, and he caught up with you and punched you in the dome. But you continue fleeing and outrun him.
Yeah.
So no further attacks.
Excellent.
And the 6 remaining crew and Michelle are sort of flailing through the jungle in the dark.
Okay. I follow the trail in front of me.
I think with that,
crashing.
we will take our second break.
All right. Let's do it. We'll see you guys shortly after the break. So stick around.